Frontline Briefing, Uncovering Modern Warfare's Hidden Battles. November 18th, 2024. The Seym River crossing near Kursk, 23 degrees below freezing. A Russian mechanized column approaches through the darkness. 312 vehicles stretching 4.7 kilometers, ammunition trucks carrying an estimated 800 tons of ordnance, fuel tankers with 90,000 liters, command vehicles coordinating 17 battalion tactical groups. This isn't just logistics, it's leverage for tomorrow's ceasefire negotiations. The protection seems absolute. 4 Pantsir S-1 systems are creating overlapping engagement zones. Tor M2 vehicles scanning for low-altitude threats. Electronic warfare trucks broadcasting jamming fields. Every vehicle interval is calculated. Every checkpoint is timed. Every contingency is planned. Except one. 72 hours earlier, Ukrainian special forces had studied this crossing. The bridge's understructure offered something unexpected. Maintenance platforms were installed during Soviet construction. Steel girders create natural concealment zones. Most importantly, acoustic dead zones are where sound wouldn't travel upward. The vulnerability wasn't the bridge's strength, it was its predictability. Russian convoys always crossed at night, always maintained 40-meter vehicle spacing, always slowed at the bridge's midpoint due to structural vibration concerns. The pattern had repeated for 11 months. Stay with this to understand how 12 drones worth $40,000 destroyed $800 million in Russian assets, and why the trap's success depended on one lieutenant's predictable mistake. The preparation was meticulous. Ukrainian engineers had modified commercial racing drones with electromagnetic clamps. Each drone weighed 4.2 kilograms. Battery life in hibernation mode, 96 hours. Explosive payload, 1.8 kilograms of shaped charge. Total cost per unit, $3,400. The infiltration happened during a snowstorm 3 nights prior. 2 divers approached underwater. Temperature -4 degrees Celsius. Visibility 0. Navigation, memorized structural points. They had 17 minutes before hypothermia. 12 drones are attached to the bridge's underside, positioned at structural weak points identified by engineering analysis. Invisible from above, undetectable by thermal imaging. Waiting. The trigger mechanism was elegant. No continuous communication could be detected. No GPS that could be jammed. Just acoustic sensors listening for a specific engine frequency pattern. When the convoy's command vehicles crossed, their distinctive diesel harmonics would activate the swarm. At 0214 hours, the convoy begins crossing. The lead vehicles report all clear. The protection bubble moves with them. Every system is functioning perfectly. Below them, 12 acoustic sensors register the first matching frequency. The convoy's halfway point brings the predicted slowdown, from 40 kilometers per hour to 22. Heavy vehicles are struggling with the bridge's 6-degree gradient. Spacing compresses from 40 meters to 25. The entire column bunches into the kill zone. A Pantsir operator notices something. Not a contact, an anomaly. Electronic interference patterns are inconsistent with the weather. His training says to investigate. His exhaustion after 14 hours says, ignore it. He chooses investigation. The radar pulse floods the area beneath the bridge. For 1.3 seconds, 12 small signatures appear, then vanish. The operator blinks, reviews the recording. The signatures are gone. But protocol demands a response. A single 57E-6 missile launches. Cost, $160,000. Target, what the operator believes is a drone. Reality, an inflatable radar reflector deployed by Ukrainian psychological operations. The explosion achieves nothing except alerting every Russian soldier within 10 kilometers. Radio channels explode with chatter. Contact below? Missile fired! Where's the target? All units halt! The convoy stops completely. 312 vehicles are trapped on a narrow bridge. No room to maneuver. No way to reverse quickly. Exactly as Ukrainian planners had predicted. The drones don't attack immediately. Their AI recognizes the convoy has stopped. Better target concentration achieved. They adjust position slightly, aligning with ammunition trucks now perfectly stationary above them. The Pantsir operator demands aerial surveillance. 70 kilometers away, an A-50 AWACS aircraft receives the request. Its powerful radar begins scanning the bridge area. In 12 seconds, it will detect everything. The drones have 10 seconds to complete their mission. 9 seconds before detection, the drones detach. 12 electromagnetic clamps disengage simultaneously. No radio signal required. The acoustic trigger has initiated an autonomous countdown. Each drone's internal clock synchronized to the millisecond. They fall for 0.8 of a second before motors engage. The sound is masked by diesel engines above. Flight altitude, 3 meters above water. Speed, 70 kilometers per hour. Time to impact, 4.7 seconds. The A-50's radar sweeps across. 12 contacts appear instantly. Size, Sparrow. Speed, attack profile. Trajectory, direct impact course. The operator's blood freezes. The warning comes too late. First drone strikes the bridge support directly under the ammunition, truck number 7. The shaped charge punches through 40 centimeters of concrete. 1.2 seconds later, the delayed fuse detonates. The confined space amplifies destruction. Between the river surface and the bridge deck, the explosion has nowhere to expand. Pressure multiplies from 500 psi to 4,000. The concrete doesn't crack, it liquefies. 11 more impacts follow, each targeting a calculated structural point, not random. Engineers had modeled this bridge's failure points for weeks. They knew exactly where 40 pounds of explosive would trigger catastrophic collapse. The bridge deck tilts 17 degrees. The ammunition truck slides sideways. Its cargo, 12 tons of 152mm shells, spills onto the failing concrete. One shell's impact fuse activates. Chain reaction begins. The first shell detonates 2 more. 2 becomes 8. 8 becomes 30. In 4 seconds, 800 tons of ammunition become Ukraine's weapon. The blast is visible from space. A fireball 900 meters wide. Shockwave shattering windows 22 kilometers away. The bridge doesn't just collapse. A 200-meter section vaporizes. Secondary explosions continue. 90,000 liters of diesel create a river of fire. Trapped vehicles can't escape. Those behind can't reverse fast enough. Those ahead are cut off from retreat. The command vehicles are gone. 17 battalion commanders, 43 staff officers, the entire southern sector's coordination capability, eliminated in 12 seconds. Dawn reveals the devastation scale. The bridge has a 200-meter gap. North bank, 163 vehicles stranded. South bank, 149 cars trapped. River, burning wreckage and an estimated 400 casualties. The supply crisis is immediate. 17,000 Russian troops are now cut off from resupply. Ammunition reserves, estimated 48 hours. Fuel, 36 hours. Medical supplies, already critical. Winter temperature, minus 23 degrees. Alternative crossings are 70 kilometers away, through contested territory, under constant drone surveillance. Previous attempts at pontoon bridges lasted approximately 6 hours before destruction. The trapped forces face a choice: attempt a breakthrough without supplies or surrender. The diplomatic impact is instantaneous. Tomorrow's ceasefire talks in Istanbul have suddenly shifted. Russia's negotiating position depended on this offensive succeeding. Instead, 17 battalions are combat ineffective. The leverage has evaporated. Russian military bloggers document the chaos. Videos of stranded soldiers, abandoned equipment, officers abandoning positions. Morale collapse is spreading beyond the immediate area. The word trap appears in every analysis. Ukrainian forces advance, not to attack the stranded convoy. That would waste resources. Instead, they bypass it entirely, seizing territory behind enemy lines while Russian forces are paralyzed. 32 square kilometers captured in 6 hours. The economic calculation is staggering. Drone operation cost, approximately $40,000. Russian losses, 312 vehicles worth an estimated 400 million. Ammunition destroyed, 200 million. Bridge reconstruction, 90 million. Strategic impact, immeasurable. The psychological victory multiplies. Every Russian convoy now fears bridges. Every crossing becomes a potential trap. Movement slows. Supply lines constrict. Paranoia replaces confidence. This attack rewrites tactical doctrine. Traditional thinking: bridges are choke points to defend. New reality: bridges are traps to spring. The infrastructure meant to enable movement becomes the weapon that prevents it. The autonomous factor changes everything. No operator needed during the attack. No communications to jam. No signals to intercept. Once triggered, the mission completes regardless of countermeasures. Electronic warfare becomes irrelevant against mechanical autonomy. The cost paradigm has inverted. Cold War: destroying a bridge required fighter bombers, risking million-dollar aircraft and trained pilots. Today, commercial drones with hardware store explosives achieve superior results. The defender's advantage has vanished. Intelligence preparation dominates execution. 72 hours of observation, pattern analysis, structural study, acoustic signature recording. The attack succeeded because Ukraine knew Russian procedures better than Russians knew their own vulnerabilities. The scaling potential is terrifying. One factory can produce 50 drones daily. Cost, $170,000. Potential, 50 simultaneous bridge attacks. No nation has enough bridges to defend or enough guards to watch them all. Traditional defense becomes impossible. Protecting every bridge requires constant surveillance above and below. Acoustic sensors, underwater patrols, electronic scanning. The manpower and cost make comprehensive defense economically impossible. The psychological weapon exceeds the physical. Every convoy approaching any bridge now slows down, sends scouts, deploys swimmers, wastes hours. Multiplied across thousands of movements, the efficiency loss is catastrophic. Fear becomes Ukraine's force multiplier. The precedent is established. Every military is studying this attack. Every insurgent group is taking notes. Every nation is reassessing its infrastructure vulnerability. The age of assuming bridges are safe has ended permanently. The future is already here. Smaller drones, longer hibernation, chemical detection, swarm coordination, AI target recognition. Each iteration becomes cheaper and deadlier. 5 lessons from 47 seconds of precision devastation. Lesson 1. Patterns are death sentences. The convoy crossed at the same time using the same procedure for 11 months. Predictability in war is suicide. Ukraine didn't need to know the exact date. They knew the pattern. The pattern was enough. Lesson 2. Hibernation beats activation. Active defenses require power, operators, and maintenance. Hibernating weapons need nothing. They can wait days, weeks, or months. Time becomes the attacker's ally, not the defender's. Lesson 3. Infrastructure is indefensible. Every bridge, tunnel, port, and railroad is vulnerable. The math is impossible. Defending everything means defending nothing. Modern nations are too connected to protect every connection. Lesson 4. Autonomy defeats countermeasures. Russia's electronic warfare couldn't stop mechanical triggers. Their jammers couldn't prevent acoustic activation. Their radars couldn't track hibernating systems. Technology designed to fight technology is useless against simple physics. Lesson 5. Cost asymmetry determines winners. $40,000 destroyed $400 million in assets. That's not tactics. That's economic warfare. The side that can impose unsustainable cost ratios wins by bankruptcy, not battlefield victory. The trap's elegance was its simplicity. No satellites needed, no complex coordination, no massive logistics. Just patient preparation, pattern recognition, and 12 drones waiting in darkness. David's sling has become an algorithm. This is why Russia's negotiating position collapsed overnight. They didn't just lose a convoy, they lost the assumption of secure rear areas, lost confidence in protecting critical infrastructure, lost the ability to move freely. When every bridge becomes a potential grave, movement stops. When movement stops, wars end. Ukraine proves something fundamental. In modern warfare, the mouse that thinks defeats the elephant that assumes. Intelligence preparation beats firepower. Patience beats aggression. Cheap precision beats expensive protection. The next evolution is already deployed. More bridges are already compromised. More convoys marked. More patterns analyzed. The only question isn't if the next trap will spring, but which one springs first. When 12 drones can eliminate 17 battalions' leadership in 47 seconds, traditional military superiority becomes meaningless. Welcome to the age where every bridge is a potential tomb and every crossing is a calculated risk.